managed, supported by that factory. You know, the camp that I went to,
Mm-hmm.
was controlled by the union, which my mother was a member of. And my father was also, they sponsored that activity, yeah.
Under the Germans,
Yes.
that didn't continue though, under the Germans, no?
No, under the Germans, nothing continued, no activity.
What did you do? All day long, under the Germans?
Well, it wasn't really that long, but in the summer of '42, when the Germans took over, I didn't really do, except I signed for a theater group, which was run by a professional person, professional actor, a woman, who was, what happened? There was a theater, one small theater. There were several theaters in Rostov. Now, that theater was run by the Germans. I mean, there was a German officer in charge who controlled that. But somehow they decided that it would be a good idea to get some local Russian boys and girls and teach them, prepare them for acting, so that eventually they would enter that theater and give performances there. So I entered, signed for that group, which consisted of maybe 20 contemporary of mine, but it was most enjoyable because it was the only time that I associated with contemporary kids, which were more or less thinking the way I did, and they were about my age. That's when I started dating girls.
Ah, that's
That
important.
was very important. Didn't really go far, but I was taking that girl to their home in the evening,
Mm.
because it was really dangerous to go alone at night. Well,
This is under the Germans now.
huh?
This is under the Germans?
That was under Germans.
How long were the Germans there?
Huh?
How long were the Germans in Rostov?
Well, in 1942, Germans occupied Rostov, sometimes in the summer. I don't remember exactly when, maybe June or July, something like that. And most forces, the German, went down south to the Caucasia, because Rostov was a key town between Caucasia and rest of Russia. You know, there was a bridge across Don. So it was very important town. But for some reason, Russians didn't want to hold on to that, like Stalingrad. So Germans took it without much. They bombed the town. They destroyed quite a bit of town, but that was the only thing that happened there. So between summer of '42 until beginning of '43, I was attending that school. I learned a lot of things in there. I learned how to dance waltz under directions of that teacher. We learned how to act without saying anything, just acting. You know, like teacher would say, pretend that you are fishing. All right, so here you have few minutes. Sit and pretend now. Make us be convinced that you are fishing. So we would sit there, we would pretend casting and picking fish or whatever, or something like that, you know. So it wasn't really much to do with actual acting. It was sort of a preliminary. But what classes were dancing? I was dancing there. I learned how to. Main thing, I was learning how to behave, which was very important because rest of the guys, I mean, including myself, were Soviet-produced guys, didn't know how to behave. You know.
In civilized society.
Huh?
Didn't know how to behave in civilized society.
Precisely. So they were teaching us how to behave, which was very important, which later on I used on our way to America, in Austria. Well, I think I'm getting...
I think so, yes, and the kids are looking a little bored, so there's only so much of this they can take, I suppose. But thank you.
Well,